Our job is to speak and act faithfully, right? We're going to give an account, and either we're going to hear, well done, good and faithful servant, enter into the joy of your Lord, or we're going to hear something like, I gave you this and you did it, you faithfully executed your duties and used your talents, and now I'm going to do this for you and make you ruler over this, right? We're going to give an account, Matthew 25, of things that we do and things that we say, and of things that we fail to do and fail to say. So think about that. You know, there's an old proverb, it's not in the Bible, but it's a good one. It says, happy is the man who always has the day of his death in front of him. In other words, he's aware of the fact that he's going to face God. So that's our job, whether it's speaking up for the babies, speaking against Boehners, speaking up for marriage, speaking out against Islam and for Christians who are being oppressed. Our job is to speak. Family, church, on the job, with neighbors, whatever. To be the salt of the earth, to be the light of the world, and to not equivocate. We can be gracious, but we have to be bold. Now, no culture, or very few cultures anyway, live without gods, even if they're false gods. Even in Marxists, in Karl Marx and Vladimir Lenin's communist utopia, they still put Lenin's dead body in a glass coffin so people could see it and venerate it. All right? Nations want heroes. The human heart wants a god or gods. And we know that there's only one true God. But we have substituted oftentimes as a culture the worship and the obedience to the true God for bread and circuses and false gods. Okay? False gods are the ones on the big movie screen or on our TV screens with their great sports clubs, whether it's football or baseball or basketball or hockey, whatever it is. These are our gods, the gods who walk among us. And we venerate them and we follow them and we read about them and we know their quotes and we know it's just such a pathetic waste of time. And now that this hacker or hackers have gotten into Sony, some of our God's emails are coming out. Now I am opposed to spying. You've heard me talk against the NSA, and I think that it's repugnant that they're stealing this. But the fact that some of these gods who walk among us are mocking Obama. One of the writers was writing back saying, hey, when you go to this silly meeting in Obama, you know, find out what movie he really likes. Ask him, you know, is it 12 Years a Slave? Or is it Guess Who's Coming to Dinner? And then they mocked him, say maybe he likes actor so-and-so who's a homosexual. It was just belligerent mockery. Now, what we learned from that is, number one, they're human. People say and do things when they're not on camera that are beneath them or that are inappropriate. It happens all the time. You do it, I do it, okay? It's just human life. And that's number one. Number two, so we know they're human, we know they're not gods, but number two, we know that they're hypocrites. These pompous, arrogant, tell us what to do people in Hollywood who are not, I would love it if they told us what to do if they were saying the commandments of God, right? If they were saying obey God, even if they failed. King David failed and he still taught the scriptures. Peter betrayed Christ and he still wrote the scriptures. So we can hang with it. We can go forward with that. That's about redemption and mercy. But they lie to us. They lie to us day in and day out. They provide the bread and circuses and the perversions to distract us from God, distract us from our duties to God, and now we're seeing them claw at each other. The false gods are a-fighting. Let them fight. Let them do their thing. Let's you and I dedicate ourselves to the service of the true God. If you like our show, please go to the website that you see on the screen, make a contribution and help us finish this studio. God bless you.